Alright, welcome to Conspiracy Fact Daily, February 26th, this special Oscar broadcast. Today's the Oscars, yay. Wow. I made the stupid decision to actually sit and watch some of the Oscars. So, I appreciate a good movie, and I appreciate film. But, for the past couple of years, I really have not been interested in the Oscars, but somehow I found myself just wanting to watch something while I was eating, and as usual, it was a complete disaster. I don't know what those people are thinking, but there was something that I witnessed that was really interesting. It was the foreign language category, the foreign films. And it was Israel versus Iran. There was an Israel film and there was an Iran film, and Iran won. It won, and I just know there's people watching like Iran. I didn't even know they could make movies in Iran. I thought they were all slaves over there and lived in huts and I think it's interesting that Iran beat Israel. I know it's just movies and film, but enough on the Oscars. And when I ever do watch it, it's not like I'm watching in the tradition of maybe watching the Super Bowl. I'm watching it to get mad and make fun of everybody there. And it's kind of amusing. And there's usually some pretty funny comedians on there. But good grief, Billy Crystal. Just a complete disaster, I thought. Okay, well, let's get into some important things. A report came out on the candidates recently. I wanted to share this information with you if you haven't seen it, and please share it with all your neocon friends and your conservative friends. So this nonpartisan committee did a study on the GOP candidates and their budget proposals and what impact that they'll have on the deficit. And by no surprise, of course, Santorum, Mitt, and Newt, they're all promising these big cuts because they're true conservatives, fiscal conservatives. But it's no surprise that Newt, Santorum, and Mitt, they all failed. The only candidate that will actually cut anything from the budget, where essentially in 2021 we'll have less of a debt than we do now, is Ron Paul. Now, for your conservative friends, your Rush Limbaugh goofballs, that's good information to share with them, because they're giving the impression that they're these big cut conservative, fiscal conservatives, but all of them, Santorum, Mitt, and Newt. But the fact is, Paul, who seems almost extreme with his cuts and his proposals, is the only one that will make any impact on the deficit. Santorum, according to the study, will add $5.4 trillion to the deficit by 2021. Mitt, or the debt, Mitt will add $2.6 trillion. But it's hard to tell because his proposal is so vague. It's hard to tell what it is, but based on the information that they have, he will lose another $2.6 trillion. And Newt, Spaceman Newt, will add $7 trillion to the debt by 2021. So that is some good factual information to share with your Limbaugh buddies. Now, I was having a conversation with some GOP types, and something dawned on me. There's already this fatigue with the primary. People aren't really tuning in anymore. Like, this particular person did not know what happened in Maine. They didn't even know there was a caucus in Maine because they're not really paying attention anymore. They've seen them debate 14 times, and essentially they got the point. So pretty much people have kind of made up their mind of what they're going to do on election day or on their particular primary day. Go to my blog, conspiracyfactdaily.blogspot.com. There's a video on there, a 30-minute video by Ben Swann. You may have seen him. He's kind of breaking down some of the issues between the candidates. It's really good. There's also an article on there. It's a great article out of LouRockwell.com that really, for the first time, somebody comes out and says it without like any wishy-washiness. It just comes right out and says that Ron Paul is going to win the nomination. How often have you heard that? Even with Ron Paul supporters. Ron Paul is going to win the nomination. Alright, got a break. On the other side, more on the primary, and I'm going to share some ridiculous neocon quotes. More of those. Thanks.